Now, the reason they said that this is exclusive to the Muslims in Malaysia is mainly because of, I believe, a flaw in our constitution, especially on the Article 160, where they put the definition of Malay in the constitution. What it states here is that Malay means a person who professes the religion of Islam, habitually speak the Malay language, conform to Malay custom. So it implied in Malaysia, only Malay are Muslim. So a person from Mecca, for example, landing in KLIA, who is an Arab, not a Malay, is not a Muslim. Because that's what the constitution says. Only Malay are Muslim. Now, this implication is very discriminatory in our constitution. What it is implying is that a Bajau in Sabah, a Brunei descent in Sabah, a Suluk in Sabah is not Muslim because they are not Malay. So what is this? The constitution determines your religion? These are the basic questions that we would like to explore in this discussion. So we don't want to argue on which religion is right and which is wrong. We are not interested in that. But what we are interested in here is that, look, there is this rule of law. The constitution is a rule of law. But this particular part of the constitution is actually stepping into the principle of natural justice. So I believe our forefathers, when they agreed to form Malaysia, they are not looking at this discrimination. How can this discrimination exist? It shouldn't be. So what we are saying here is that, look, this is very, very, very sensitive. Because my father and my forefather and my great-great-forefathers have been Muslims since the 12th century. All right? Because they come from Brunei. And now you have a constitution which take the place of our Allah and say that I'm not a Muslim. Why? Because I'm not a Malay. Is this the Malaysia we are talking about? On one side, we have PAS saying that it's okay. And on the other side, we have UMNO saying that no, it's not okay. And we also have a couple of rulers, sultans, who jump into the fray and says, oh, we need to appeal. We need to appeal to the higher court that the word Allah, which is for Muslims, is only exclusive to the Muslims in Malaysia, meaning only for the Malays in Malaysia. Now, I don't think our forefathers in Sabah or in Sarawak, for that matter, bargained for this. We want to build a nation. That's what we are interested in. We are not interested to control or to destroy a nation. We know that that what we are trying to do to a vast majority in Malaya may seem, blasphemous. Oh, we know that. We understand that. But who are there to call us blasphemous? Are they really the Muslims that they are? So this is what we are trying to discuss today. All right. And if we go back to history, we will find that in the Kabul Commission, the number one issue, I'm not talking about, there are some people who is saying, hey, look, the 20-point, number one in the 20-point is religion. 20-point is a copy of the Kabul Commission report. We take a look at the Kabul Commission report, we see that in the, what do you call this, in Sarawak, in North Borneo, the main issue that they talk about is actually religion. That issue number one. In Kabul report, I'm talking about official document here. I'm not talking about the memorandum such as the 20-point. Then, when the Malaysia Act 1963, Chapter 35, was discussed and approved in Westminster, the main topic of discussion among the MPs and the Lords in Westminster was also about religion. Now, meaning to say, when it comes to religion, all the official documents point out to an extent that this is an issue that should be discussed at the state level. Religion is in the state constitution, in the Sabah state constitution. Okay? Now, when you talk about religion of the state, that's different. It's not about religion of a race. It's a religion of the state. Now, when you talk about religion of the state, Norway, for example, put in its constitution that it is a Christian country. That's okay. All right? Ireland, for example, also says it's a Christian country in the constitution. Afghanistan says that it is an Islamic country. Okay? Just like in Malaysia. In Malaysia, we are saying that the religion of the nation, the official religion of the nation is actually Islam. Okay? The only problem in our constitution is that when you identify a specific race to be Islam, implying that the rest of the state, the rest of other races in the country is not Islam. That's basically it. So how can the constitution says that only Malays in Malaysia are Muslim? How can that happen? Is that because of this word about Malay supremacists? That means now you're putting your God in the constitution. You're putting your faith in the constitution. That's supposed to be between man and God. It's not between you, your constitution. That's not it. And that's the problem in Malaysia. So again, the basic question we must ask, did our forefathers wanted this? Or you have some stupid politician in Putrajaya who wanted this. Why? Because they wanted to be in power. So they are willing to even block God itself or Allah itself so that they remain in power. What type of idiots do we have here? So, because of this, our MPs, especially from Sabah, especially from Sarawak, should raise this issue immediately in Parliament. The minute Parliament convene, they should ask this question, especially if Malays are Muslim, then what about the Malanaus in Sarawak? Are they not Muslim? So who is it that determine whether they are Muslim or not? The Constitution? I think sober up, understand the issues, and don't just simply because you want political mileage, you're willing to destroy a country. So, who is destroying the country? The Chinese in DAP? Is it the Sabahan? Or is it the Sarawakian? Or is it the Malays in Malaya with their constitution? These are the things that we want to talk about today. So, if there is any questions or clarifications, I don't mind answering them.